You are now listening to the Q&E podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Q&E podcast. You're here with your boy Q Hicks. Right now, I got Edgar on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E podcast. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Hey, for all y'all sneaker resellers, we got a topic for y'all today. I want to get a lot of y'all opinions on it because I know a few people who resell shoes and all that type of stuff. So we got a lot to dive into.
And also, today is Wednesday, so it is Snowfall Day. So, hey, we're going to start having a planned out schedule, man. 8:15, 8 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock, y'all can get ready for Snowfall. So y'all got 2 hours of 3 hours, really, a jam-packed coverage when it comes to Snowfall, sports, entertainment. We getting y'all ready for the Snowfall episode, keeping y'all entertained, bro. So definitely stay tuned with us. Also, y'all already know every Thursday at 9 a.m. we are on Dash Radio. Just go to the Nothing But Net station, or you can go to dashradio.com/nothingbutnet. Definitely check us out. We are the Q&E radio over there. And first, let's dive into this Nike reseller scandal. So a lot of news has been going on recently about this reseller scandal. We already know a lot of resellers, they get a lot of the money. A lot of the bots are going in their favor when it comes to the sneakers apps, when it comes to the Go apps and all of that. But it looks like this one person who was the son of a Nike exec ended up getting caught up. So it looks like a son of a VP who was like a 19-year-old high school dropout. He was known for reselling shoes, Nikes, Yeezys, all of that. Ended up getting caught up in this resale scandal. So if you don't know, if you are a Nike employee, you can't be involved in any reselling when it comes to the Nike product. And this kid is like I said, the son of a Nike exec. So he done got caught up using his mom's credit card for all of this, for all of these shoes, all of these resold shoes when it comes to Yeezys and Nikes. So now he done got his mom caught up. His mom had to end up resigning from Nike after working there for 25 years, working her way up. I think she was the VP of the North America Nike company. So she was a big time head of the company, but she had to end up resigning over this. So y'all already know it was some big time mishandling going on when somebody at that stature has to resign because of this scandal. So Edgar, what was your first reaction to this news?
My first reaction was, how many people are actually doing this? Because like you just said, like for somebody of her caliber to have to resign because her son is doing it, like I wonder how many other people of a lower stature than her are actually doing this. Because I know people who resell shoes that aren't related to Nike people and stuff like that. But how many people are giving them shoes? You know, like Benjamin Kicks, for example. Like I started following him in like 2015. If you don't know who Benjamin Kicks is, everybody, he's the little white boy that usually is the shoe plug for a lot of these celebrities, rappers, ball players, or whatever. And I don't think he's related to anybody at Nike. So who do people like him get their shoes from to resell? So all of that comes into play when I think about it. I'm like, damn, like how big of a net is this? And how much does Nike know about this? Because Nike has to know something. Like there's no way somebody can be getting this much under the table money from you and you're not paying attention to it. So I was just wondering, like, how big is this network of shoe sellers?
And also a question started to question if Nike was putting shoes straight into the resale market. Were they using these resellers to just put the shoes straight into the resale market instead of putting these shoes into actual retail stores? And I think that's the problem that everybody is having right now. When everybody goes to these sneakers apps, or when you go into a Finish Line or whatever sneaker store, you can never find your shoe, and it always seems to be sold out or taken by a bot when you're on one of these apps. So now we get one of these scandals and we find out that also he's getting all the shoes, like he's getting all the limited edition shoes. But when I try to go to a store, when I try to get on the sneakers apps, I can't even find a lick of them. It's like that's when the questions start to arise, and it starts to seem like it's an unfair advantage for these sneakerheads, whoever's getting this limited information or these limited edition shoes, or whoever's getting the plug to these bots that you can buy the shoes earlier. You have an unfair advantage compared to everybody else who wants the shoe. And Nike is putting these shoes right into the resale market just to make more money. And it's just like, for what? Y'all don't need to do that. Y'all gonna make money regardless. Y'all don't have to put a shoe straight into the resale market. Y'all can give other people a chance in the retail game.
And that's crazy because when you think about it, like let's say we back home and we go to Tyrone Mall, like each shoe store has a certain number of shoes that they get from Nike, Jordan, whatever brand you want to say. So let's say with Nike, Foot Locker will only get like 60 pairs. And then once you divide that up amongst the men, the women, the kids and the preschoolers, like that's only a finite number of shoes for each category. So it's like you're only giving that many shoes to each store in the mall when you know you can give hundreds of pairs. And like you just said, like you're giving the excess amount, all the extra pairs that you could just count as throwaways damn near, you're giving those to the resellers. Because the pictures that the kid was taking, like I'm seeing 10 rows of sneakers, like 10, 15 boxes high. And these are all exclusives. Like these are shoes that you really cannot just go in the mall and get unless it's a release date. I'm like, I'm seeing certain Nikes. I'm seeing certain retro Jordans that only come out once every 3 years or something like that. I'm like, bro, this kid is eating.
Yeah. Because like I said, he's a high school dropout. I want to say he's only 19, 20 years old. So when he dropped out of high school, his mom already knew the type of job he was going to be lined up with. So she knew he was going to be set with this resale game he's playing right now. But if you guys don't know, it was a Bloomberg article that came out, and it was about the kid who resells the shoes because he started to become real popular. And one of the paragraphs in the article ended up saying that he uses his mom's credit card to, you know what I'm saying, function this reselling habit. And like I said before, with Nike, you cannot be an employee and resell shoes. So that's the reason he got caught up. If you're anybody else and you resell shoes and you're not involving a Nike employee, it's basically saying that you kind of scot-free when it comes to reselling shoes. You just can't be involved with a Nike employee, and that's why he got caught up. That's why the kid got caught up, and that's why it's becoming a big story. But they're not saying that you can't resell shoes. It's just saying that you can't be related to a Nike employee or can't use that type of credit card to fund this habit. And that's how he got caught up. But I still feel like reselling should it should slow down at least, bro. You have to give more shoes to the retail stores, bro. I'm tired of people going on into the stores when you can't find them, and we have one person getting 6 pairs of the limited edition shoes. It's like that. What that don't even make sense. I remember reading in the article, they said he found in his garage 6 limited edition $12,000 Nike Mags. It's like, where is he getting this from? This can be from the Nike exec mom or wherever, but still, it's an unfair advantage for this kid. He's getting all this money from the resale market and nobody else can even get a chance to get the shoe. It doesn't make sense, bro. Something has to change. And that's what the biggest thing is. It's just about the unfair advantage that is going on right now and how one person or a few people that are the big time resellers are getting it over anybody. Because I see go ahead.
And something else I wanted to add on to that. I found out that because I use military discount, because my parents was in the military, that boy had a wall of shoes.
And that's what the boy used too. The boy had his mom's discount. So he was getting discounts on these limited edition shoes as well. So it's like this nigga here was set.
That's what I'm saying. Like I got military discount, and Foot Locker literally told me like before Christmas time, you were able to swipe your military discount whenever you wanted to. But now after the holidays for 2021, for the rest of however long they want to do this, they're telling everybody, if you have military discount, you only get 3 swipes a month. And that's for all stores, like no matter where you go. And they told me that. And I'm like, what y'all mean? Like,
is it because of this though? Is it because of this?
Yeah, it's because of resellers. Like people were doing fraudulent activities, like just swiping military discount cards. And part of that, it wasn't solely because of resellers, but that was a part of the reason too. Like, because like you said, people will come in buying 6 pairs of shoes, swiping military discount, paying little to nothing for a lot of the shoes they were getting and selling them for triple the price on StockX, on sneakers apps, on whatever other app you want to try and resell shoes on. I'm like, damn, like, so that hurt people like me who like real deal use the military discount. So they were telling me like, if you're not getting a big purchase, like don't waste your time swiping it.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. I did not hear about that. You said this happened recently too.
Yeah, like literally before Valentine's Day when I was in the mall, like Foot Locker told me that.
Damn. But it's funny because I find the biggest problem with like bots nowadays, because bots, bro, it's it's really crazy when it comes to bots. You can really get 6 pairs of shoes just off bots for one single person. You can probably get 6 pairs of shoes because of these bots. And like I said, they're going to all of the high profile resellers, bro, because it's like a system at this point for these guys. They have somebody like a Nike that's probably helping them get these shoes, like this kid had the help of his mom to be able to get these type of bots to be able to get these limited edition shoes, while other people I see on Twitter every weekend, it'd be like, damn, the sneakers app fucked me up again. Oh, I'll try to get the shoes on the sneakers app. It's just like, because it's like 3 people are getting the shoes and everybody else is ass out. You might be lucky one time and get the shoe that you want, but it really is only getting sectioned off to a few amount of people, bro. And it's just like, bro, what the hell are we doing here, bro? Sneakers apps and in the retail stores, we can't get lucky. And we finding out why. It's people like him that is still in the shoes, getting all the shoes and making a killing. Because what they say he was making a month, bro, he was making like $100,000 a month.
He was making like $100,000 a month. Oh, damn near a couple weeks, like $100,000 every couple weeks almost.
It's not hard for him, bro. All he has to do is go to the store. All he has to do is go to the store, or he could just do it online, bro. It's not hard. His job ain't hard. That's why he dropped out of high school.
And we're only talking about shoes that can make it to the retail stores. Imagine the shoes that he can get that aren't even gonna touch resale stores, like off-white shoes that will never be in the malls, like ever, or the Air Jordan 1 Dior's that will never touch any of these malls. Like, just think about the exclusive shoes that the public can't get their hands on that he could still resell if he wants. Like, bro, he got so much money that he could play with doing that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought up them Nike mags. Those Nike mags go for $12,000 each. And he said he quote unquote found them in storage. And he had 6 of them. He had 6 of them. So he made $70,000 just off that come up alone, or probably more because of the resale. So I was like, this dude making a killing. So like I said before, though, the only reason he got caught up is because he used his mom's credit card. If he didn't spill the beans, that's one of the first problems I had. Why did you spill the beans about your mom's credit card? It's like, you shouldn't even told Bloomberg all that information. Just say, I'm a reseller. I do this, that, and the third. But he done got Bloomberg doing research and all that. Now they found out that was his mama. It's just like, now we see where he at right now. I don't even know if he's going to be a reseller no more.
And why would you tell Bloomberg that? Like, that's one of the most fiscal magazines and websites there is to talk about business. Why would you tell them that? Like, that's literally like telling Wall Street Journal, like, hey, I got some inside trader stock, but don't tell nobody. And you expect Wall Street Journal not to tell nobody. Like,
hey, that's what I'm saying, because he told them about the credit card and that he was related to the Nike exec. But then he told them, hey, don't tell nobody. Don't put that in the article. It's like, this is a Bloomberg we're talking about. They trying to make a good story, my nigga. They don't care what you talking about. They're going to make the best story possible. And especially after finding this information out that it's illegal to do this, it's just like, man, that's a good story. And Bloomberg coming off because of this. So it's like, I cannot blame Bloomberg because of his mistake. That's his fault. But do you think this reselling will stop or slow up in the future because of this?
It could definitely slow up. I don't think it'll ever stop. Like, you'll never stop having resellers. Like, even if it's just the basic, I bought these shoes at full retail and I'm finna sell them for double. You're always gonna have people who just randomly do resale. So I don't think it'll ever stop, but they could slow it down to a certain extent, like you said, by putting more shoes in actual retail stores. So I feel like that's the best way to slow it down.
But that's how Nike's so slick, though, bro, because we really wouldn't know if they were putting more shoes into the stores or if they were getting bigger into this reselling thing. Like, we really wouldn't know because we don't have the numbers in front of us. So they could still be doing this even more now to make more money. So it's like, man, I don't know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie though, like, over the years, like, since we were in high school, will he get sued or anything? That boy not getting sued.
I feel like he would have gotten sued if his mother wasn't the exec. Like, but his mom is the exec. She resigned. I feel like they're gonna take it easy on her. And even if they do try to sue, like, she got money. Like,
yeah, I'm about to say, like,
she's gonna be straight.
It's gonna be something real minor. So, and he a first time offender too, and this is really a slap on for his caliber of citizenship. Yeah. This is a slap on the wrist offense. So I don't feel like anything gonna happen.
And I didn't read anything. I didn't read anything about him getting sued either, though. So I don't even know if they're trying to even pursue charges with this. I haven't heard anything about suit or anything like that. But if they were to, I don't think he would get in trouble and no shit like that. His mom gonna have his back, and he gonna probably keep doing this. Like, this is a good shit for him. He's
probably
straight. Yeah,
she probably gonna cuss him out and be like, "You should have been using your own card." Blah blah blah. And he gonna be like, "All right, mom, bet."
Exactly, because he had his own money. So I'm like, why are you using your mom's credit card anyway? Like, that's why I said this is a way bigger deal than what we want to make it, bro. Because the mom was literally giving this man information. I feel like they were trying to hone in that it was the credit card that really got them in trouble, but his mom was giving him premium information to actually come up off these shoes. Like, this nigga wasn't selling Jordans that go for $200-300. This nigga was selling the $1,000, fives of thousands of dollars shoes, my nigga. Like this. Like, these niggas was getting premium information really nobody is privy to, bro. So
and I wanted to say, ever since we were in high school, I have noticed that these stores have been getting less and less shoes. Like, it hasn't been like a drastic change in the amount of shoes stores used to get, but I noticed from when like I used to get shoes in high school, the number has definitely dropped. Like, it went from we got like 100 pairs to like 70 to 60. Like, it made a drop, and then they stopped letting people go to the stores to get them, and now everybody got to do raffles too.
True. And also, I think that's the reason the sneakerhead lifestyle is really going down the drain, bro. Like, you really can't find the sneakers you really want in the store. So it's like the love for the sneakers is going down because people like this are taking advantage. So if you really want the sneakers, you are going to pay these premium prices to get them. And that's how the resellers take advantage of you. You can't even get it off the retail. You got to get it off the resale.
And I told my friend Caleb, I was like, bro, I'm not paying anything over $300 for Jordans ever. Like, the only reason I was paying $250 to $300 is because my feet big. So honestly, like, I'm not paying no more than that. If I don't get them in the store anymore, then I'm just gonna have to start buying more shoes, like other brands of shoes. Like, because you know me, like from 9th grade to senior year, that's one of the reasons I was known in high school, because of my shoes. Like, I had the new Jordans like every other week. So that's went down with me a lot. D-Hen hit me up. D-Hen hit me up all the time still. He'd be like, bro, I'm finna get these. I'm like, bro, I haven't bought new Jordans. So
bro, who you telling, bro? I was never a sneakerhead, but I was somebody who always looked at shoes. But these prices just keep increasing. And it's like the supply keeps going down. Even though the demand the demand is going down too as well. Like, people aren't so crazed over shoes anymore. I remember people used to have lines for shoes.
Yes.
It's like, you're not even gonna have that no more. Like, lines for shoes nowadays, unless it's some flu games or some shit like that, or some taxis, my nigga, ain't gonna be no lines or none of that. Better catch that raffle and be lucky with the raffle. That's gonna be it, bro. Man, but that shit crazy, bro. Definitely crazy. But let's move on to the NBA All-Star Draft. So All-Star Weekend is this Sunday, and me and Edgar are going to do the mock All-Star Draft. So we're just gonna go through the picks for y'all this week.
Did you want to be Team LeBron or Team Durant?
I'm gonna be Team Durant because I'm pretty sure he getting the first 2 picks because he's not playing. So he gonna get the first 2 picks is what I heard. So yeah, I'm gonna be Team Durant. So the first pick is going to be Steph. Second pick is going to be Kyrie. That's how I rock it.
All right. And then I do one, or do I do two to match you?
Nah, because you already had LeBron. I didn't have anybody yet. So
yeah. Okay, bet. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Bradley Beal.
I got Embiid.
Dame.
I got Kawhi.
Giannis.
Damn, am I stuck with Luka? I think I am stuck with Luka.
Yep.
I'm real deal stuck with Luka, bro. Damn, that's nasty. All right. So I think you got the last pick. You got last pick. No, last pick is Jokic. You didn't pick Jokic.
Oh, okay. So I got Dame, Giannis, Bradley Beal, and who you got?
You got Bron 2 and you got Jokic.
Oh yeah, Bron and Jokic. Okay, so yeah, that's my starting 5.
Yeah, so I got Kawhi, Kyrie, Steph. I got Embiid, and I got Kawhi. So that's my 5 right there. Yeah. My team dogging your shit. I'm gonna tell you that now. My team really would dog your shit. I want to write this shit down too, so I can remember this. I want to write this shit down. Write your
You
team
really
down.
think so?
I
I remember off the top of my
I got
head.
Stephen Curry on my team. I got Stephen Curry on my team. Are you stopping that?
I got Dame. I got Braun. Hold on. I got Dame, Braun, and Bradley Beal. What are you talking about?
I got Kawhi for that. I got Kawhi for Braun.
You're not for the dog shit. I got
Bradley
Bradley Beal and Dame on the same team. You're not dogging that shit. I don't care what you say.
Kyrie and
you,
Steph.
You can possibly win, but you ain't dogging my shit. Like, come on.
Kawhi and Steph, bro. Kawhi and Steph. And then I got Embiid down low.
Bill,
I got Embiid down low.
Giannis. I got Giannis down low.
We're bodying Giannis. Giannis.
Okay.
We're bodying that. Nah, you tripping, bro. You tripping. So you got first pick. You got first pick of the reserves, though.
I'm writing down my starters just so you can't.
Okay, you want to write them down? Okay.
I'm gonna text it to you real quick. Braun, Dame, Beal, Giannis. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got Jokic. Yeah, you're not dogging shit. Yeah, I don't know why you said that.
I'm dogging that though.
I don't know why you say you dogging that shit.
I got Steph, Kyrie, Kawhi. I got Luka. Bro, you can't stop none of my players, bro. I promise you, not. So I got Steph, Kyrie, Luka, Kawhi, and Embiid. Who are you stopping? Who are you stopping?
Win. I'm not saying you can't win. It's just the fact that you said you gonna dog my shit. Like, I don't got real deal like players on my shit. Like, I have playmakers for real.
You don't have enough defense for me, though. You don't have enough defense for me.
Like that ass. Who's stopping Bradley Beal?
Deadass, bro. I got Steph and Kyrie. I don't need to say any other names. I have Steph.
Who's stopping Bradley Beal and who's stopping Dame Dollar? Who's stopping?
I can honestly throw Kyrie on Bradley Beal and just
onto the reserves because you just made me mad.
I don't even gotta worry about Bradley Beal like that. I ain't gotta worry about Bradley Beal, bro.
Onto the reserves.
All right, go ahead. You got the first pick.
Harden.
Give me Tatum.
D-Book.
Oh, give me Levine.
Julius Randle.
You picking Julius? Oh yeah, I'm definitely dogging your shit. I'm definitely dogging your shit, bro. Paul George.
Rudy Gobert.
I see the type of team you trying to pick. I got Donovan Mitchell though.
Who else I can get? Who else? Oh, Zion.
Damn, that's my next one. Oh, give me Ben. Ben Simmons.
Who else I can get? How many players up? Like only 2 or 3? Oh, Chris Paul.
And you also got to add Sabonis to here too. Sabonis is on here for you.
Oh yeah.
Did you pick Jaylen Brown? I'm definitely going Jaylen Brown.
Okay. And yeah, I'll get Sabonis.
And I got Vooch. And I think that's all the players.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's all. I really don't have no big man, but this is not a big man game, really. So I'm not really too worried about it.
You're not beating me.
So look at this team, though. So I got Steph, Kyrie.
Hold on, I'm writing mine down. You go ahead and say yours.
I got Steph, Kyrie, Luka, Kawhi, Embiid, Tatum, Levine, Paul George, Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, and Vooch. You're not beating my team, bro. You're not beating my team.
Just chill. I'm writing mine down.
You're not beating my team, bro.
I'm
stacked.
I'm stacked too. Like you talking like I'm not.
I got a nice mix of wing defenders. I got the scoring punch everywhere you need it. I got the best center in the game. It's like, what do you really want from me, bro? I got the PGs everywhere.
I'm missing one player. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody.
Missing somebody? We picked everybody. You picked Randall. You picked Zion.
I got Bron, Dame, Beal, Giannis, Jokic, Gobert, Julius Randle, Harden, Sabonis, CP3, and Zion. That's 11.
And I think I got.
I'm missing somebody.
I picked Levine. You picked Chris Paul, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Chris Paul.
Gobert, Harden, Levine. You picked Sabonis, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Yeah. You picked them sorry ass players. You forgetting them. That's what's going on right now, boy. You forgetting them sorry. You forgetting them sorry ass players. You forgetting them sorry ass players, boy. Yeah. But no,
we'll post these up so the fans can get their opinion.
Yeah, you already seen it though. You already know what the deal is, bro.
You're not talking about shit. You're not
talking about shit. Look at this team, bro. If Kevin Durant was to pick this team tomorrow, I'm like, bro, KD's winning by a lot, or KD's team will be winning by a lot. Really.
Who's stopping Harden?
Bro, who's stopping Stephen Curry?
You're not answering my question.
Who's stopping Tatum? We can say that about both teams, but I have more dynamic players, and I have the wing defenders for your ass too. I got the defensive player of the year on my team, Ben Simmons. So whoever you talking about, Harden or Bill, I got Ben Simmons to throw on them. Ben Simmons, go get him. Kawhi, go get him. And they own that. They own that.
So we're finna act like I don't have a defensive player of the year candidate with Rudy Gobert? That's what you're finna act like right now?
Did he just get bullied by Zion last night?
I have Zion too.
But I'm saying Gobert can get bullied though. I got Embiid for Gobert. So he getting bullied, bro. Like I'm not really worried about Gobert, bro. Okay. I'm not worried about Gobert. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. My team with dog. We can post these tomorrow later. It don't matter. Okay. It don't matter. But let's move on, bro. Let's talk about this Kobe logo situation. So this was the talk of the town last week. I think Kyrie was the one to bring it up in the conversation, saying that black people made basketball, really. So he was like, a black person should be the logo for this sport. So how do you feel about it, bro? Do you think it should be a change with the logo, even if it's not Kobe? Do you think it's time for a change with the logo?
I honestly wouldn't be mad if there was a logo change. The only reason I don't feel it'll happen, I seen somebody tweet this. I don't know how true it was, but somebody said that Jerry West's family or Jerry West himself don't even get royalties from being the NBA logo. So it's like the NBA got a free logo right now.
I seen that too. I seen nobody. Yeah,
they're not paying nobody.
Derek tweeted that. I think Derek tweeted that. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, they're not paying nobody right now. Do the NBA really want to put somebody else there? That's like Jerry West ain't dead, but do they really want to change it and put somebody else right now that they would have to pay? I don't know.
But my thing is, the NBA has cheese for days. Like y'all not trying to come up off this cheese for Kobe, bro. It's time for a change. We don't had that damn logo since the 70s, bro. It's like, let's change that bullshit. It's time for another one. It's like, I think we were talking about this last year as well, and we was just in need for a logo change. And this with the Kobe death, that's when we had that conversation after Kobe died about him becoming the logo. And I think it's just time for a new one. It's been 50 years now. It's like, okay, let's get a new one. The kids these days don't even know Jerry West. They don't even know who the logo is. Let's make one that people can know and can be recognizable for the next 50 years. And I think that's how the NBA has to think moving forward.
Do you feel it should be Kobe, though? Because we already naming the All-Star trophy after Kobe. We already have the entire All-Star game centered around Kobe and Gianna now. Do you feel like we should just go Kobe crazy with the NBA and make the logo Kobe too? Or do you feel somebody else should be the logo?
And that's why I said Kobe or anybody else, because I wouldn't just stick to Kobe, but I'm just down for a logo change, period. But I'm not mad at Kobe because who else would you put there? Are you going to put an MJ there? I mean, it has to be somebody.
You can honestly put Jordan. Like,
you want to put an MJ there? I mean, I feel like I said before, you have to put somebody that's recognizable to the youth moving forward. Like MJ is like a myth to these kids nowadays. A lot of people don't even know or seen what MJ did. I feel like Kobe is more recognizable when talking about the next 50 years. And I think he's more recognizable. And I think that's what you want when it comes to marketability when it comes to a new logo. So that's why I would say Kobe is the one that will pop in my head. Unless you want to wait until LeBron done. Because if LeBron is done and then you put LeBron in there, I ain't mad at you. But I think just for right now, since we're having the conversation right now, Kobe is the one. But it's either Kobe or MJ. You can't really not go off of that.
Actually, the only reason I probably wouldn't put MJ is because the Jordan symbol is already too iconic.
That too. Because I was thinking what was going to be the logo.
Yeah.
Like him and the Jumpman is obviously going to have to be the logo.
Nah, you can't make the Jumpman a logo.
Exactly.
Because then you would basically say the league is a Jordan league. Like that's the vibe it would give me. Like it would make me feel like can't nobody else wear any other brand but Jordan if you put the Jumpman as the logo.
Yep.
And I feel like that wouldn't be fair to these other companies because that brand is going to get super marketed if that's all you see when you see the NBA. If all you see is the Jordan symbol every time you see the NBA, that's free marketing like all the time for the Jordan brand. Granted, Nike will still get a piece of that because the way Nike has its hands in Jordan, but Adidas will be pissed off. Puma will be pissed off. All these other brands will be pissed off about that.
So we got a comment that says, why not make it a generic person? Because how can you choose a specific person? I mean, what's a generic person though? Like are we gonna put Andre Iguodala as the logo?
No, I think she's just saying like just a generic figure. Like don't say it's anybody. Like just make a figure.
I don't really like that. I'd rather it be somebody be the logo that everybody knows. And I feel like that's what works. A generic person, it's just like, I wouldn't like that. Do you mean just like an NBA logo? Because I don't think it would just make it just a regular person.
I think that's what she's saying. I think she's saying like literally like just
the letters NBA.
No. Because then you giving me
because why would you put a generic person though? Because I was thinking like the NFL, like NFL just has NFL and you have the NFL shield. That's the only other thing I think about when it comes to a logo. Other than actually NBA, it would have to be a person or an iconic figure in the game. And that's why I feel like it has to be somebody iconic. Ooh, can AI? AI wouldn't be bad, bro.
I don't know though.
We do not give enough love to AI, bro. Who changed the game? I wouldn't be mad at that.
We can't act like AI was a perfect symbol, like role model wise for the NBA.
A lot of these players in the NBA are not perfect symbols, which is
true.
But that's what I'm saying. It will work for this new generation. It will work for this new generation, though.
You would have to convince these like higher white execs. You would have to convince them that. Of course, everybody in the league will love it because like 80 to 90% of the NBA is black. So, and like you said, we all were inspired by Allen Iverson.
Bro, a lot of people were inspired.
Played basketball. So it's like you would have to convince them because AI, he wasn't hated like how Russell Westbrook is, but AI definitely had his bad boy phase in the NBA where he wasn't like an exec favorite or a front office favorite.
I still would put him there. I would love to see AI. First of all, he doesn't get enough credit. Too. I wouldn't. He doesn't get enough credit for his contribution to the game, period. This man changed the culture of the game, inspired a lot of these players that are playing in the NBA now to even pick up a basketball, bro. And if he was the figure of the NBA, I would love that. I feel like he was a polarizing figure, but he was loved. He was always loved deep down. You always love somebody like an AI. He was small. He was like a regular person. He was a regular size guy who just made it. He wasn't the biggest guy. He wasn't the fastest guy, but he had the heart that really pushed him to be one of the greatest that have ever played this game. And I think that would be something I would want everybody to know about the NBA. You don't have to be the biggest. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the fastest. But somebody like our logo, Allen Iverson, made it through all of those obstacles and made it to the NBA. And I would love to see that be the logo. The story is there.
I would love that too.
The story is there. I feel like somebody like a Kobe, yes. I feel like, yes, he would be a good logo, but he was 6'6". He had the skills like MJ. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can say about Kobe. It's just like he was a freak. You can say he was a freak of nature. But somebody like an AI, he's like your regular dude.
You know who else a good option? D-Wade.
They're not gonna give it to D-Wade, bro.
D-Wade a good option.
They're not gonna give it
D-Wade
to
a good option.
You know I would love that, bro. But you know they ain't gonna show D that love, bro.
D-Wade is a great option. Bro. We can't act like D-Wade not a great option.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it. But you know, nah, bro. D-Wade is way too unappreciated, first of all, to get the logo. I feel like more people view D Wade in this newer generation now as the sidekick to a LeBron James because they didn't see that first act when he was by himself.
But
when
a lot of people didn't see the first act of AI. You can say the same thing about AI. For the first however many years AI career, like a lot of us didn't see that. Like at least in person, like a lot of us, or especially anybody younger than us, like a lot of us didn't see that.
But the thing about Allen Iverson, he's the pound for pound GOAT of the NBA. You can't say that about a D Wade, bro. The legacies just aren't the same. Even though D Wade is the better player over Allen Iverson, he doesn't have that legacy like that. Like he's not an icon like an Allen Iverson, bro. Like the icon levels are different. And like I said, how he is viewed legacy-wise, like I said, they don't look at what happened before. They look at LeBron. He won championships with LeBron. And that's what you think about with D Wade.
I don't know. I feel like D Wade puts up just as great of an argument because just like how the kids were able, like anybody our age or even people younger, they were able to see most of Kobe's career. Anybody our age or younger got to see all of D Wade's career. So you did get to see him win his first championship when Shaq and the rest of them boys was there. And then you seen LeBron go there. So D Wade, 3-time champion, MVP of the league. One of the top 3 shooting guards of all time, if we're being dead honest. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the resume is there. I don't know the number off my head, but however many times All-Star appearances, D Wade changed the culture of Miami. Like the greatest Miami Heat basketball player of all time. Jersey again retired, no question. Wade County, they don't even call it Dade County, they call it Wade County. Like, come on now. I feel like D Wade got a very good argument. He's underappreciated though, so I feel like that's a big reason why it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, bro said D Wade ain't win no MVP. Yeah, we know, bro. Oh, I think you had said that. You had said D Wade won the MVP, but he was still a legend.
My bad.
Yeah, but he was still a legend. I understand what you're saying though, bro. But he's not loved, bro. He's not loved like Allen Iverson. People do not view them the same, bro. When it just comes to legacy, he's not viewed the same, and that's why
he won that Finals MVP.
He won Finals MVP, but he said he didn't win MVP of the league. MVP of the league.
Shit, if you win
Finals MVP more important to me. Yeah, Finals MVP is honestly more impressive.
I know I'm not sure. I'm about to say D Wade got 1 MVP now. Yeah. Come on now. So whether you count it regular season or final, I feel like I hold more weight with Finals MVP because shit, you went home. I ain't go home. So I hold more weight.
Man, but AI is a good one. That's the one I'm gonna rock with moving forward, bro. I think I'm gonna rock with the AI for the logo one, bro.
I ain't mad at the AI one. I just feel like it's like the same thing with. It's not the same thing, but with Michael Vick, it's like. Granted, Vick had way more off the field issues than AI had off the court.
And I feel like the prime wasn't the same. The prime wasn't the same, bro. It was short. It was short-lived for Vick. When I feel like we had more of a sample size when it came to AI. You know what I'm saying? They both did similar things in their sport, but it's a bigger sample size.
He was on and off in his career too, though. AI, he was here for a little bit. Like after like his real prime years, it was like he came back for a little bit, then he was gone. Then he came back for a little bit, then he was gone. Like
AI was always AI. Nah, hold on. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Nah?
Like talent wise, yes, but once he started like going to different teams, it was like then he wasn't. Like each team
that was toward the back end. Oh yeah, you talking about toward the back end?
Like he didn't end gracefully. There wasn't a graceful ending to his career. Is what I'm saying. As with Kobe, from start to finish, it was beautiful. Like it don't make no sense how crazy it was.
That's true. Like I said, bro, it's either Kobe or AI. Those are the two I'm gonna rock with. I don't really see anybody else. Like you said about the MJ, you can't go MJ because of the logo thing. But those are the 2 candidates I would have, and I'm loving AI right now. Though. Loving AI. All right, bro. Let's move on to this Dak conversation, bro. I see you had some feelings toward Dak. You say Dak asking for too much money from the Cowboys. He's currently a free agent right now. They're thinking about franchise tagging him, but Dallas honestly doesn't know what to do with Dak at this point, bro. So how do you feel about it?
I want Dak to get paid, but like I said, at least 5-6 times before, I'm gonna say it again.
Hold on, bro.
What?
He said, I got a weird feeling Nash gonna be is that the talk?
Hell no.
I feel like that could be the talk, bro. That could be the talk. The white man trying to get back in there. It's not Black History Month anymore. These niggas trying to get back in there. These niggas, the white man is slick like this. Yeah. Like, oh man, I'm starting to feel like you. Wow, I weirdly agree with you. I weirdly agree with you, Geek.
No, that man is not for the.
Oh, I just had to point that out. That's weird. I think I seen that somewhere too. That Nash was in like the candidate to be that.
Steve Nash is not for the be.
He should not be. He should not be. He should not. But they love their white people. He got a couple MVPs too, but he should not be in there.
If they give Steve Nash the logo, I swear to God, the NBA will get cut.
I'm gonna be hot as fuck. I'm gonna be hot. I'm burning the logo and all that shit.
People will cuss the NBA out if they make Steve Nash the logo. No disrespect, because Steve Nash is a legendary player. But yeah, like, I ain't finna take nothing away from him. But no. There's at least, I'm sure we could name 5 other people other than Steve
even
Nash.
more than that. Even more than that, bro. He should not be in the top 10, top 15, top 20. No, bro. But you can go ahead with the Dak. My fault, bro. I had seen.
But I want Dak to get paid. I really do. But Dak, you are not proving that you are worth Patrick Mahomes' money. You're not proving that to me. Like, yes, we know you're talented. We know you could be a top 10, top 15 quarterback in the league if you want to. Like, maybe even top 5 if it's like a perfect season. Like his second year when they went like 13-3 or something. You could be a top 5 if you got the right season going. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't. Even at your best, you're not Patrick Mahomes level at all. Patrick Mahomes is just
hell no, bro. When I heard he was asking for Patrick Mahomes' money, it's like I can't even argue for Dak anymore. I was trying to argue Dak to get 40 M's. I was like, Dak, if you get 40 M's, I'm cool with Dak getting 40. Like if Dak get 40, I'm cool. But he's trying to get 50 M's like Patty. It's like
no, bro.
And Patty got a Super Bowl, a couple MVPs. It's like Patty is like a different tier, bro. A couple of different tiers above you.
And your playoff performances just don't match at all. Like, how many times has Dak made the playoffs? What, like
a couple of times? And I think he won once.
2, maybe 3 times, and you only won 1 time, and you didn't even get all the way to the NFC Championship. So it's like, no, bro, like you asking for too much. Because what I told you, I didn't even want him to get 40. I said by 36 to 38. I feel like that's reasonable. And Dak not trying to be reasonable. He trying to be over the top right now.
And the fact that the Cowboys was paying this man $2 million, $3 million the past few seasons, I understand why he's asking for the $50 million, because he's trying to make up for all that cash he lost with all the minimal contracts the past few years. But $50 million, Dak, it's not reasonable, bro. That's like a generational quarterback's money, bro, like a Mahomes. Like nobody else is touching that in this league. Like we consider Aaron Rodgers the second best quarterback. Even Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna get that, bro. Like that contract is crazy. That's crazy money, bro. So the Cowboys, who is already teetering on you, is not gonna pay you 50 M's. Like just being realistic. But 40 M's, I'm giving it to him.
And just imagine if they did pay him 50 plus M's and they still do cowboy shit and don't make the playoffs, or make the playoffs and barely go anywhere. Like, you know how pissed people are going to be if Dak get that kind of money and they still do regular cowboy shit?
Because this is going to be the same team. This is going to be the same team, but with Dak making 50. Dak making 50. So even your good players are going to leave in a couple of years because of this contract is going to be too impactful on the cap.
So if you get that much money, you better make the Super Bowl. I'm expecting Super Bowl or bust every season from you while you own that $50 million contract. Like,
that's why Mahomes got 50. Yeah, that's why Mahomes got 50, because they know he's gonna be in the conference championship or the championship every year. With Dak, it's like, damn, is y'all even gonna make the playoffs, my nigga? Especially with the Cowboys. This is not even about Dak, it's just the Cowboys. Can your play really overcome the other deficiencies on that team? Because if they're gonna give you $40 to $50 million, that's what you're telling them. I can overcome the deficiencies because you're paying me this amount of money. And I haven't seen that from Dak. The only time I've seen Dak win when he had damn near a perfect situation around him. The offensive line was great. That's when Zeke was really in his bag.
The defense
was in their bag. It was a perfect team when you won that game in the playoffs. It was a perfect team around you. But now the team is getting older now. Even the people you paid money to is not producing. The Zeke is not producing. The Lawrences. So it's like, we're paying you $50 million when we already got an average team. You're gonna fuck us up more. So it's just like, man, that can't get 50. But 40, I want that to get paid now, but just not 50. I can't see 50. Can't see 50. But 40 M's, I'm still on that train, though. Still on that train. All right, bro, let's move on to some more QB trade talk. Been hearing that Russ has been saying that he does not want to get traded, but he gave the Seahawks a few teams just in case they did trade him. I think it was the Raiders, the Bears, the Seahawks, and the Saints. And I had to put the Seahawks in there, but the Saints, yeah, those were it was 4 teams. I'm blanking on one of them. I said the Bears, the Saints.
It was a 4th team.
It was a 4th team.
Damn. I can't remember the 4th team. I kept seeing pictures of him in Saints uniform, so I forgot.
Yeah, me too. So do you still have the same stance on Russ not getting traded?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get traded. Russ will stay a Seattle Seahawks by the time next season starts.
Do you think anything will change, though? I think that's the bigger question. Like, you having all this controversy right now, it's like something should change in-house so he can have more say on the team.
I do agree. I feel like there will be changes. There has to be. Because I feel like Russ is just he's pissed off at this point. And he's right to be. Like, for the past however many years now, like, he's just been running for his life, and there's nothing to show for it. There isn't when was the last time they were in the Super Bowl? Like, what, 4 or 5 years ago, if that? Like, and there's nothing to show for all the effort he's putting into this team. Like, the O-line, still terrible. The defense is somewhat better, but they still rebuilding. Like, what are you all doing to help me get you to the championship like you want me to? I feel like that's what Russ is asking them. That's what he's demanding from them now. So I feel like Russ is letting them know, hey, I want to stay. I want to be here. But if y'all choose to let me slide, bless you. If y'all choose to let me slide because y'all can't, like, compromise with me, these are the teams I want to go to.
Also, bro, he's in the toughest division out of everybody, bro. We about to talk about J.J. Watt in a minute, but, bro, you got the Cardinals now going to be up there. You got the 49ers going to have everybody back healthy. And then you got
the Rams.
The Rams with Matt Stafford now. So it's like, bro, and all of their defenses are pretty good, too. So you have to give me something with the offensive line, bro.
This man has to go against Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, J.J. Watt, and who else? It was somebody else on the Cardinals, too, that I can't think of. But he has to go against
Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones.
You have to go against all 4 of those people 2 times a year. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, y'all better pick it up.
And also, the comment is O-line gonna get better, I think. But I don't think the O-line will, unless they got cap space. I just don't know about, because remember they traded their 1st round pick for Jamal Adams. They traded 2 1st round picks for Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
So you don't have a 1st round pick this year. And another reason y'all not really good at drafting, period. So we saying that their O-line needs to get better, but they haven't shown us for the past 6 years that they can actually get a good offensive line. So I don't trust the Seattle team to really help Russ. So we're going to have this same story throughout the year. And by next year, we could be having these same conversations of Russ wants to leave this time, but really get out of there. Like, he ain't going to play around with y'all. So I don't know, bro. I think Russ about to get out of there soon, bro. I'm going to give it a year, but I think next year you're going to get out of there. And let's talk about Deshaun, because Deshaun has reiterated that he wants to get traded once again, but it looks like the Texans ain't trying to hit none of that. The Texans ain't trying to hit none of that shit. They're not trying to trade, my man. So how do you feel like this situation will end up? And what do you think will have to happen for Deshaun to get traded if he were to be kept closer to the season?
He gonna have to sit out. That's the only thing that will get him traded. That's the only answer at this point. Houston is not trying to compromise. They're not trying to work with him. He telling them, look, I don't trust y'all no more. Y'all haven't been including me in any decisions that I should be included in when it comes to who we draft or who we trade for, which I have earned that right. Y'all done traded our best pieces away. Like, I don't trust y'all.
All on Arizona now.
Yeah, like, I can't play for y'all no more. I really just can't. Like, come on now. Like, I wouldn't blame him for sitting out, but that's what's going to have to happen for him to leave.
Why is Houston playing these games? We shouldn't even be having this conversation. I hate that we're having these conversations because it's going to, once again, it's going to make Deshaun look like the asshole. It's going to make him he has to show out or whatever to get out of there when this can be such a simple process. Just trade this man. Y'all gonna get a haul for him. Y'all gonna get 3 first-round picks and a player probably. The Panthers are already offering y'all 3 first-round picks and McCaffrey. Y'all don't even want that.
Like,
y'all getting a haul for this man, and y'all still want to keep this man. Like, bruh.
Just the fact that you can get Christian McCaffrey alone, that says a lot, right? That changes your offense completely off rip. Like, come on now.
That's why I be saying these owners be wanting you to show out, and it's gonna make Deshaun look like he's an asshole for trying to get to a better situation. It's gonna make him look like the asshole, just like in the NBA. Like these Hardens or whoever gotta show out and show their ass just to get out of town. And it's gonna be the same thing with Deshaun. He's gonna have to show his ass just to get out of town. I hate how that shit is set up. But which one? I think people are having this conversation too. Which one would you rather have on your team moving forward? Would you rather have a Deshaun or would you rather have Russ if you were starting a team?
Deshaun.
I said Deshaun too. I seen a lot of people saying Russ, but I think I would rock with Deshaun.
He's younger. He's younger. The legs are more fresh. He got more years ahead of him. I'll just take Deshaun.
For sure. And just talk about J.J. Watt a little bit before we get into 2 Wild Wednesday. What was your first reaction to the deal? Were you surprised? Caught off guard?
I honestly wasn't because I seen D-Hop. He either tweeted out or he put on Instagram or something about wanting to reunite, and he put that picture of him hugging JJ, and I'm like, shameless plug. So I wasn't too surprised when I seen it. I considered Arizona an option for him anyway. I knew everybody was talking about Tampa being an option, but I already knew Arizona was a big spot for him too.
I really thought he was gonna end up in Tampa, bro. It felt like a good fit. Like Barrett could possibly be leaving. You get Watt in there as a good piece, but I thought Watt was gonna take a way cheaper contract than what he did. I thought he was already gonna get paid. He already getting paid by Houston. I thought he was gonna take some type of pay cut to come to a contender. But now you're going to Arizona, and that was a middle of the pack team last year. So now you try to get your money, but are you trying to win like a Super Bowl? Do you really believe in Kyler Murray that much to get to a Super Bowl? So what do you think about that?
I feel like he's not wrong for not taking less money, but not asking for a boatload of money. I don't think he's wrong for that. He sees the potential that this team can win. Like you said, they're a middle of the pack team. They're in one of, if not the toughest division in football.
It's the toughest.
But like we seen, they had ups and downs this past season where they could have been the number 1 team in that division, but Russ being Russ every now and then in certain games, and then the Rams just going on the run that they went on, it was hard for Kyler Murray to just overcome that, being so young still. But I feel like now with an elite defense, and you still got, man, shout out to Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is still playing top tier offensive ball. Like, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
And you got D-Hop on the other side. He's really on some LeBron shit right now. Like, maybe
and
not.
Nobody talks about it. Yeah, nobody. Yeah. Oh, and he's not that high of a caliber. Like LeBron's still the top of his game type shit. Still one of the best players. But the fact that he's still
Fitz is still consistent. Like consistent as hell. Like, he's still gonna give you nearly the same amount of catches, maybe just not as many yards.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing about Fitz, and why I think he's going to go down as a top 3, top 5 receiver is basically off the longevity. The fact that he got to play almost 20 years, bro. Like, who else is saying that other than Jerry Rice? And like, that's the only player that you can even compare to somebody like a Fitzgerald when it comes to longevity. And he has the numbers that compare to somebody like a Jerry. So you have to have him at least in your top 5. Like, he can't be lower than top 5. He's definitely up there, bro. But let's move on to 2 Wild Wednesday. Let's move on to it. Now, let me scroll on down. You got it up?
Yeah, I got it. All right. First one. Prime Jason Tatum will be better than prime Carmelo Anthony as far as individual success. 2 Wild or not 2 Wild?
Not 2 Wild. Jason Tatum will be better.
You out your damn mind, and so is everybody else who voted on this poll.
Them niggas know what's up.
The poll is 55% not 2 wild, and I'm finna sit here and cuss the rest of y'all out. Y'all are out y'all damn mind for saying that Jason Tatum will be better than what Melo was. Like, we really finna disrespect Melo like that? Like,
No. Don't make it a disrespect thing. Do not make it a disrespect thing,
no,
bro. It is respect. It is just credit and respect to Tatum because we see what he's going to be. That's what
I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. Tatum is going to be phenomenal. He's great now. Like, just imagine within the next 2 to 3 years when he gets even more crazy and more in his prime. But I don't see that eclipsing what Melo was, bro. I just don't. Like, I really don't. Melo could have been the number 1 pick that year. It was just Bron was out of space.
Bruh. Just think about it, bro. Think about how we talk about Tatum. And me and you always have this conversation. Who's going to be the next face of the league? It's always down to Luka Doncic or it's down to Jason Tatum. And I always tell you, Jason Tatum will be the face of this league in a few years. Melo was never up there as face of the league, bro. That's a different tier, bro. Melo was a great player, but Melo was not best player, face of the league caliber like I think a Tatum will be. And that's why I put Tatum up there above Melo, because I think his prime will be that great, bro. I see that much potential in somebody like a Tatum, bro. Truly.
I disagree.
And that's why I say it's no disrespect to Melo, because I know how great Melo was. Melo done took his team to the Western Conference Finals. I seen prime Melo. A lot of people forget about those times in Denver.
One of the greatest scorers of all time.
For sure. And that's why I took out team success, because I didn't even want people to think about him not getting far in the playoffs and all that bullshit. That's why I just said just individual. And just individual, I still think Jason Tatum will be better than Carmelo. I really do. Because I think he can do more, bro. And like you just said, he's one of the best scorers of all time. I think this nigga Tatum can be one of the best all-around players, bro. Melo is known for not playing defense. I think Tatum can be a great wing defender and perimeter defender moving forward. Tatum can pass the rock. He can rebound. He can shoot. He can drive. He's clutch. And I'm looking at all of that. I'm like, Tatum's the guy. He's the next guy. And that's how I picked Tatum over a prime Melo, bro.
I highly disagree. On to the next one. James Harden is leading the MVP race. Too wild or not too wild?
I had to sit and think on this because I was like, I was rocking with an Embiid, but Philly hasn't been looking as strong. And I'm like, man, damn, they on the losing streak right now. And then I started looking at it like James Harden is leading this MVP race. I truly think he is leading the MVP race. Got the best, some of the best numbers, and his team is on the upswing without their best player and Kevin Durant. And he's doing his thing. I think he is leading the MVP race right now.
James Harden is the best player in the NBA right now, but he is not the lead candidate for MVP, in my opinion. I feel like when you look at the entire Brooklyn team, I just feel it's just bound that one of them was going to be an MVP candidate regardless. But I just don't see him leading the race. I feel like Dame, even though they kind of on a losing streak right now, I feel like Dame is still a big candidate for it because of like placement as far as the team placement goes and how hard he's trying to keep them in the hunt. I feel like Bron has way more weight that he's pulling more so than a James Harden. I just feel like you can name at least 2 other players other than James Harden that could be the lead candidate for MVP. Harden is definitely in the race, but I can't say he's the lead candidate.
Tell me if I'm tripping though, because it felt like we started talking about MVP super earlier than what we usually do. It felt like we started talking about MVP like 5 to 10 games into the season. I feel like we usually wait, give it some time, like a quarter of the season until we talk about MVP. But it felt like we started talking about MVP early as hell, way sooner than usual.
Because the season started so late, I think. Like, because if the season started in the end of October, as usual, by December, we would have been talking about the MVP. But it's the fact that the league started in December this year. We usually talk about MVP around the same time. It's just we started at the time that we started talking about it.
I think people got hyped at Steph going crazy earlier in the season, and they immediately hopped on that bandwagon, and that was 5 to 10 games into the season.
Bro, I
Early as
said
hell.
Steph before. I said it before
I
CD
understand
started.
it. But when he had I think he had like 60 in like one of the first 5 to 10 games, that's when people started really talking about, okay, MVP. And that shit felt like way earlier than what we usually talk about MVP. Like I said, we usually wait until the quarter of the season to start talking about it, but we started talking about that shit early as hell. This shit. I just realized that. I'm like, damn, we only like halfway through the season, but it felt like we talked about MVP for a minute now. Like, felt like every week for like the past like 2 months we were talking about that shit. It's kind of crazy. All right, bro.
That poll was 64% too wild. So a lot of people agree with me on that one. I thought more people would agree with you. That's crazy.
They still don't hate hard. They still hate hard.
The next one, the Washington Wizards will make the playoffs. Too wild or not too wild?
Not too wild. Not too wild. I think they will get into a play-in scenario, and I think they will beat whoever is the 7th or 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. So if that's who is the 7th or 8th seed right now? I think that's a Charlotte. I think they can beat a Charlotte in a round. I think they can beat the Hawks could probably get up there. So whoever the Bulls I think are up there as well right now. So I think they are knocking off one of those teams that are in the 7th, 8th right now, and I think they're only 3 games back of 8th. So I think they can still have time to get up there in the playoffs just off the strength of their play right now. They've been playing well. Oh, so shout out to Bradley Beal.
I don't know. I think it's too wild. Too wild won this poll, by the way, 62%. I'm not knocking anything you're saying. Like, you do see progression with the Wizards. It's just they've been way too inconsistent this season, and I don't feel that they're just gonna all of a sudden get a playoff surge. I don't see that coming at all. So I see it too wild for that one.
I see it.
Next one, we just talked about this one. JJ Watt makes the Cardinals Super Bowl contenders heading into 2021. Too wild or not too wild? I think we both said not too wild for that one.
Do you think so? I'll put too wild as fuck.
Too wild?
I don't even know if this team making the playoffs next year. We just said they're in the toughest conference or toughest division in football. Are you getting past the Seahawks, the Rams, or the 49ers? We can't forget about the 49ers, bro. They got to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Even though they got Jimmy G, we cannot look past the 49ers or the Rams with Matt Stafford, bro. I don't even know if this team is going to make the playoffs. I truly do not know. So I put too wild as fuck. Too wild.
Highly disagree. I put not too wild, but too wild won the poll, 56%. I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all. I feel like
nigga, what the hell is wrong with you?
I feel like
what's wrong with you?
The magic that we're about to see from Kyler Murray again with already a year under your belt with D-Hop, you finna go crazy again with that. They running game still solid, and they defense just got even better, and it was already crazy. I gotta give them the contenders tag.
Crazy.
I gotta give them the contenders tag right now. Like, until they show me they not, I gotta give them the tag for it.
That division too crazy, too wild.
All right, next one. Which team would be the best if all the players in the league were in their prime, excluding the Nets? Would it be the Lakers, the Clippers, the Trailblazers, or somebody else?
Niggas didn't think about this poll. Niggas just seen the Lakers. It's too many Lakers fans. Niggas just seen Lakers and seeing Bron and just immediately clicked Lakers, bro. I swear to God, they didn't think about this poll, bro. Because they not, bro. We talking about all the players in the NBA are in their prime. So it's not just an AD or a Bron. We're talking about the whole team. So I think it's the Clippers. I personally think it's the Clippers because with a prime Paul George, I think about Indiana Paul George. Prime Paul George. Crazy. Was going neck and neck with a Bron. And when he was in the Pacer days. Then you got Kawhi. That nigga was deemed the LeBron stopper earlier in his career when he was with the San Antonio Spurs. And you give him offense? Crazy. And then you got somebody like a Marcus Morris. You got a Lou Williams. A problem, Lou? Oh my, it's too much when I look at that team, bro. I'm like, I gotta go with them because of the wings and off the bench too. I'm like, and you got a prime Surge. That nigga was blocking everything in OKC, bro. I'm just like, I see too much. I
gotta go with the Trailblazers, bro. Like, I honestly feel like Portland. Like, just think about it, bro. A prime Dame, a prime Melo, a prime CJ McCollum, a prime Nurkic. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just crazy to me. I feel like the Trailblazers definitely could be
if
a top
Melo
10.
had that team earlier in his career, is he winning a championship?
Yes. Melo plus Dame and CJ? Yes. And you got Nurkic down low? Definitely. He may not have won it, but he would have got there more times than what he did. Which is
he probably would have ran into who was good around that time? Back when Melo was in his prime. That's when Kobe was in his bag. Kobe was in his bag back
Kobe
then.
was in his bag. Who else was
he getting past a Kobe? Kobe had Gasol. Kobe had Lamar Odom, D. Fish. He could possibly get past that team.
At least once. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least once. Because Melo ain't even touched the finals before. So I feel like he would have at least touched the finals, at least. But the Lakers won this poll 50%. Like you said, too many Lakers fans just seeing Lakers and just thought Bron. I love Bron.
Had to.
I love Bron, but anyway in hell, like, it can't just be him and AD. Like,
and I also wanted to give love to the Celtics as well. Because obviously it's not like an older team getting back young. It's a young team. We just envisioning them in their prime. So think of a prime Tatum, who we just talked about, a prime Brown, a prime Kemba Walker. What you think of Robert Williams could be, or the other pieces, a prime Marcus Smart. Think about all those players in their prime. What are they? I'm like, I didn't say they would win, but I'm like, damn, a prime Tatum, prime Brown. I'm like, that's a pretty nice duo moving forward. So I just want to give him a shout out.
All right, on to the next one. Where does Jimmy Butler rank when it comes to best players in the league? Is he 5 to 10, 11 to 15, 15 to 20, or is he not even in the top 20?
I'm going to keep it a beat with y'all. Jimmy Butler truly is a top 5 player.
No.
He is a top 5 player, bro. I said it before.
You said this the other day.
I actually haven't told y'all yet. I haven't released the clip. But Jimmy Butler is the most underrated player in the NBA. He's gone head-to-head with Bron in the finals, and people want to forget that for some reason. Like, that didn't just happen a season ago, a few months ago. And he can do everything he needs for the team. And he's one of the best leaders in the NBA. Jimmy is a top 5 player. I'm putting him above a Kawhi. I'm putting him above a Dame. And I'm putting him above a Giannis.
You're crazy as hell. And when you put this clip up, everybody else is going to say you're crazy as hell. Jimmy Butler is a dog, and we all know this, one of the most fiercest competitors in the NBA today, but Jimmy Butler is not a top 5 player in the league. He can make an argument for top 10 just off of what I said about how he can lead a team and his instinct to just play hard and tough and win, but he's not higher than 10. I will put him right at 10, right at the 10 spot.
Right at 10. So even if I give y'all a Kawhi and I give y'all a Dame,
9 players. I can name 9 players right off the top of my head right now.
Because I'm not putting Giannis above Jimmy. We already seen what happened in the playoffs, how that goes down. Like, that's clamps in the playoffs. And they went head to head. That's clamps. So Giannis, you can't put a Giannis over Jimmy. I can't do it. I can't say Giannis is better than him. You gonna say Embiid? That's what you would put as in the 9? At the lowest, truthfully. Like I said, putting Dame at 5, putting Kawhi at 6, I would literally still have Jimmy Butler lowest in my mind at 7, above a PG, above Giannis, and above an Embiid. I still would have him above those players. Truthfully, not even heat bias. I would still have him above those 3 players because I seen it. I see what this man's impact is. I'm not going off straight talent and all that. He's not the best at anything, but we seen this man's grit, and we seen this man go head to head with Bron. That could not be understated. How many people can say that? Can go head to head with Bron undermanned? Did y'all watch game 3 of the finals when he carried the team to victory by himself? Come on, bro. Jimmy Butler is the top 5 to 7 player in the NBA. I don't give a fuck.
You want me to go ahead and name 9 players? Jimmy Butler.
I just told you the 3 players you gonna name. Okay, go.
Are you done?
Go.
Bron. When everybody's healthy. Bron. AD. Kawhi. Donovan Mitchell. James Harden. James Harden. Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant. Luka. I'm taking Luka over Jimmy Butler right now.
I forgot about KD.
Jason Tatum.
Five that. I'm not putting Tatum is not better than Jimmy Butler. What?
You just said a prime Jason Tatum will be better than a
right
prime Melo.
now.
We're experiencing the beginning of his prime right now. Like, we're literally watching the beginning of Jason Tatum prime as we speak.
You're putting a Jason Tatum over a Jimmy Butler?
Yes.
And you put Donovan Mitchell in the top 10? Are you crazy?
He's over Jimmy Butler, yes. They're the best team in the league right now, and he's leading them to do what they're doing right now. They have, 27, 28
Butler
wins?
is better than all of those players you named. I forgot about KD because my top five would be Harden is playing the best right now, truthfully, right now. Then I would have Bron, you know what I'm saying? You got the Steph, you know what I'm saying? You got the, who else?
I didn't even name Steph.
KD.
I didn't even name Steph. That's
you got
crazy.
KD. So those 4. Then you got Dame, you got Kawhi. That's 6. And that's when we start talking about Jimmy Butler. He still comes at 7 or 8. I'm telling you, he's not lower than 7 or 8, bro. I forgot about KD, but that was it. That was it. You put Donovan Mitchell above my man. You're crazy. Move on. You put Donovan Mitchell and Tatum above my man.
The top team in the league, who's 4 or 5 games above.
I don't care what ranking they are. I see what this man did. So let me ask you this. Is Donovan Mitchell doing what Jimmy Butler did last season?
With the Heat? Yes, he could do that. Donovan Mitchell is a dog.
Move on, bro.
Move
on, bro. Because you're talking crazy. Because you're talking crazy right now. Move on.
So you telling me Donovan Mitchell not a dog? That's what
I'm not arguing with you about this, bro.
So
he's not doing what Jimmy Butler did. No.
I'm not hearing what you're saying.
I don't even believe Donovan Mitchell can be a number 1 on a championship team, let alone do what Jimmy Butler did. No.
He is the number 1 player on the number 1 team in the league.
They're not getting to a championship, though. They can be the number 1 in the West right now. They're not getting to a championship. Move on.
Okay.
Move on, bro. You're talking crazy.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
You're the only one who's saying
goodness.
You're the only person.
Donovan Mitchell over Jimmy. Move on, bro. I'm done.
You're the only one who's saying
All right, bro.
We're not doing this Russell Wilson one. Should we do the Lonzo one?
You talking crazy? That's crazy, bro. Move on, bro. Damn.
Let's go ahead. Lonzo Ball will be an all-star next season. Too wild or not too wild?
Too wild as fuck.
I say not too wild. What's he averaging right now? Like 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. I feel like he's averaging like over 42% from 3 right now. I feel like next season, Lonzo, he ain't gonna put up crazy all-star numbers, but he's gonna put up numbers good enough to be an all-star. I honestly believe that. So I love the fact that he's actually growing into his own player right now. Melo is definitely the better ball brother, but we can't ignore the fact that Lonzo is growing into his own right now, especially with the way he's playing with Zion and Brandon Ingram right now. I feel like we could definitely see Lonzo in the All-Star game next year.
That's too far of a stretch. He has improved, but I cannot see all-star for Lonzo Ball. And he's in the Western Conference as well. And yeah, it's too deep. It's too deep in the Western Conference for Zoe. Truthfully, I love Zoto, but can't see it.
That Too Wild won that at 54%. All right, we could skip a couple of these. All right, let's do these last 2. The New York Knicks will win a playoff series. Too wild or not too wild?
Too wild.
I say not too wild. And Too Wild won that 57%. I have not watched the Knicks at all this season. I'm just going to tell y'all that again.
They go win.
But the grit and grind that these young boys are playing with right now, if they played in the playoffs today, like who are they playing right now today? If they play,
they will play the Heat just dropped. They was 5th. They will play the Celtics, maybe
the Celtics. I thought it was the Raptors they'll play.
They wouldn't beat the Raptors either. Raptors, Celtics, Heat. I don't think they beat them.
Raptors, I ain't gonna lie, they might have a chance. Heat, they might have a chance. Celtics, no, not at all.
Nah, too wild.
I don't think that's too crazy. I don't think that's too wild to say. I feel like the Knicks could possibly do it, and the fact that I haven't seen them play, that's crazy. Yeah, and last one, if you were the Miami Heat, which player would you trade for a better piece, Kendrick Nunn or Tyler Hero?
I'm honestly proud of a lot of people who voted here, because I honestly thought this was going to be a landslide. Kendrick Nunn Kendrick Nunn win. But I'm glad y'all watching the games and seeing what I'm seeing. Kendrick Nunn might be the most underrated player in this league, and people do not talk about him. And even Miami fans who watch him on the daily still do not think that he's that crazy of a player when he can put up 17 to 20 a night. And it gets overlooked for somebody like a Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is great. I've already said this. He's a great player, or a good player. But I don't think he is going to go crazy in the future like a lot of these Heat fans think he will be, and they think his potential will be. I just don't see that for him. So when I think of a trade and see how well Kendrick Nunn is playing right now, I'm trading a Hero. They can do similar things on the court. They can both shoot. They can both, and what's the name? Kendrick Nunn is a way better defender as well. Hero be getting attacked on defense. The only difference between the two, other than defense, would be Tyler Hero is more of an explosive scorer. Other than that, I'm like, bro, I'm taking a Nunn, bro. Truly, I'm taking a Nunn over a Hero, and I'll let Hero get traded.
The only reason I voted Kendrick Nunn on this, and by the way, Kendrick Nunn won this 57%. He won this poll. I would choose Kendrick Nunn to trade as opposed to Tyler Hero because I feel Kendrick Nunn has more trade value based off of some of the facts that you just said. I do think Tyler Hero is an explosive player more so than a Kendrick Nunn, but Kendrick Nunn can give you that consistency. And I feel if you're the Heat, you're trying to get the best player possible to come to you through a trade. And I feel like teams would want a guard more so right now than a player like a Tyler Hero.
Hero has more trade value because he's younger. He's younger, and like I said, they do similar things. But right now, the best player I think is Nunn.
But Kendrick Nunn is young too. How old is he? Like what? 25, 26? Like he ain't that much. Like
that's like damn, bro. At 25 is not young. But Tyler Hero is like 20. Tyler Hero is 20.
Young. It's young enough for you to still go to a team and completely change the team. Like it's not, he's not at an age where it's just like, whoa, like we can get somebody younger. Like, come on, he's 25, 26, and he's still playing phenomenal. So I feel like age shouldn't even be a factor when considering them. But I feel like Tyler Hero gives you that safety net of a third option shooter that you can always use on a team. And I feel like that's why the Heat are trying to hold on to Tyler Hero as much as they can. And I don't blame them for that. I feel like you can trade a Kendrick Nunn and get a top 10 player in the league through a trade if you're really trying to get somebody.
Oh, no. See, that's why I said I'm going to keep Kendrick Nunn as well. I think he's a better fit with the Heat. And I also think you can get more for Hero as well. I'm not giving up nothing crazy for a Nunn. I'm truly not. Yeah, because I think other teams are looking at Nunn the same way. A lot of these fans are looking at Nunn. Overrated. They're not really looking at him because they're not looking at the games. They seeing what somebody like a Hero did in the playoffs, and they're going to go off that as his potential. He can be somebody like that on an every night team. So they're still going to look at that as his potential. And that's why I think he has more trade value than a Nunn. Nunn is somebody who just got back in the rotation, but I don't know why he was out of the rotation in the first place. Like I said, a better defender, similar scorer, can do everything, can shoot, drive, pass. I'm like, shit, I'm keeping a Nunn for sure. And I'll trade a Hero. And what else we got?
That was it. Yeah, I skipped like one or two of them.
Shit, that's cool. All right, bro, let's move on to social media wants to know. And what I got right here is the Avengers $15 list. So I had seen this list on Twitter. I think I seen it the other day. But this is the list, basically. I don't know if y'all can see that. But I'm going to end up reading them off. I just want y'all to see it. All right. So it's the $15 list. So it's like for $5, you can pick like Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Hulk. In the $4 section, you got Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. For $3, you have Loki, Wasp, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Groot. In the $2 section, you have Rocket, Drax, Nebula, Happy, and Scarlet Witch. And in the $1 section, you have Vision, Quicksilver, Falcon, Bucky, and War Machine. And like I said, you have $15 to pick the best team that you think will be good in a fight. So what would you have, bro?
First off, it's funny as hell because why do they have Happy in this?
They have Happy above Vision, bro. I didn't understand that shit.
I did not understand that at all. I was so confused.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that at all.
My team easily though is I got Captain America for $5, I got Black Panther for $4, so that makes $9. I got Loki for $3, that makes $12. I got Scarlet Witch for $2, that makes $14. And I got Vision for my last one, rounding out $15. So Cap, Black Panther, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Vision.
So I'm gonna stick with the Vision. That's way too much value right there. At $1 is crazy. Scarlet Witch is probably more powerful than all these people on this list, and she is in the $2 list. So I'm definitely going with Scarlet Witch as well. Oh, I'm going with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, that would make that $7. Black Panther would make it 11. And I'm also going with a Doctor Strange, bro. And I'm getting all that for 15, bro. I can get all that magic and wizardry shit with the Doctor Strange. I got my 2 people that's gonna be out in the field with a Black Panther and a Spider-Man. I got the person who can control all of this shit with the Scarlet Witch, and I got Vision can just play around with that nigga. I like what I got on my team. I would take it over your team, but that's just me though. That's just me though. I don't know how much I like Captain America, truly.
But I got Captain America in the field. I got Black Panther in the field. I got Loki with all the wizardry.
Why did you pick Loki? What do you feel? Why do you feel Loki?
He has a lot of dark magic power. So
I feel like the movies haven't really done him justice. Like, I really don't know what Loki is truly. Like, is he even that good? Like,
yeah.
Like in the movies, they really haven't shown him as being like that powerful or anything.
In the show, like in the show that's coming this summer, I feel like they're gonna dive into how strong Loki actually is. So God, he ain't called the God of Mischief for no reason. So
yeah, I got getting his ass beat a lot. And all
we're not ranking. I'm not thinking MCU. I'm not thinking MCU. I'm not thinking MCU when I think of Loki. I'm thinking comic book. But I got Cap and Black Panther in the field. I got Loki and Scarlet Witch, dominating when it comes to like actual superpowers. And like you said, I can just play around with Vision. Vision could just be that extra eye in the sky type person.
And I wish they had like X-Men like sprinkled in here for like the Avengers that could possibly be like in the future. I wish they had X-Men sprinkled in here. I definitely would have picked like a Wolverine. That definitely would have been in there. I love Wolverine.
Oh yeah, you gotta have Wolverine in it.
Actually,
yeah.
Ooh, I would pick a Magneto over a Wolverine. Yeah, I
would pick Wolverine over Cap.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The healing powers. I love the healing powers for him. If everybody could have them healing powers like my boy got, like Wolverine got, man, these niggas would be unstoppable. Ain't nobody beating these niggas if they had
Cap low key has healing powers, but it's not instant like Wolverine.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I can't wait for these X-Men movies to come out, bro. What do you expect from that? And how do you expect for them to come in the MCU?
My expectations for it, I'm expecting it to be great because it's Marvel. But I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna introduce them through the shows that we're gonna be watching, or if they're gonna introduce them through the movies. So how they'll be introduced, I'm not sure what to expect, but I know it's gonna be great regardless because Marvel knows how to do it at the end of the day.
And do you expect them to go to go through each of these like the big X-Men? Do you expect them to go through their backstories? Like a Magneto, you think they're going to talk about his backstory as like somebody during the war that was going through that when his mom got killed and all that?
If they do, it'll be real slight. It ain't going to be nothing too in depth. Because we done got all of that with First Class and Days of Future Past. Now we done seen all that shit. So this is a new company we working with right now. But they don't need to they don't need to waste movies doing that with us. Like you can make big movies with multiple characters and give like 5-10 minute backstories for like the big characters, and then you good like inside the same movie. I don't feel like you need no true backstory movie with a lot of these people.
Facts. I do want to see. I feel like you would have to play with a Wolverine background because he was involved with Striker.
Wolverine. That's probably the only person that would really get a background story.
Damn.
As far as like a standalone type movie, I feel like he's the only one.
But I really think that they're going to reboot this whole X-Men shit. I don't think they're finna go off of. I feel like if it was just First Class and Future Past, I think they would have just like merged them into like the Marvel universe. But those last two movies really killed that whole company, you know what I'm saying, or that whole like 4 movie series. So it's like, do I really want to be a part of that, or do I want to create something else with the Wolverines or whatever in the MCU? So that's something we have to look forward to, though. But I'm excited, most definitely. Let's move on to entertainment and current events, bro. Let's talk about IG taking away likes, even though they brought them back all of a sudden, bro. I know you had a lot of feelings on this, bro. So definitely let your feelings out.
If you weren't aware, or if you just didn't notice while you were scrolling on IG for a certain amount of time for a certain number of people, Instagram took away likes. Like, you were allowed to still like photos, but actually seeing the number of people who liked each photo, like how you could see someone's name and then 30,000 others liked, or this person and 28,966 people liked, they took that away. So all you can do is like the picture and it'll just say others. It'll say one person's name and others. And a lot of people were pissed off about that, as far as like people who are trying to become influencers or people who are already influencers, because likes are a big part of how you generate, your revenue. Like when it comes to dealing with these companies or trying to be brand ambassadors or be labeled as influencers. I personally didn't see it as a total bad thing. I understand the cons to it, but I feel like there's pros to this as well. Like it's not a 100% bad situation. I feel like there are other ways that major companies can figure out if you actually are an influencer. If likes are the say all be all, trust me, they wouldn't even try to touch this. Because I seen people on Twitter last night saying I seen people in Canada saying we haven't had likes for like a year. And then I seen people in the US like even tweeting, I haven't had likes in a year or at least a few months, and it's been fine with me. I haven't seen a problem with it. So I'm like, see, like,
Are those influencers though?
It's not influencers, but it's the fact that it's thousands of people, though. Like, you can gauge this off of the number of people who don't have a problem with it, whether they're influencers or not. And you can see whether it's just a drastic problem or if it's a situation where there's always going to be pros and cons. I don't feel like it's that bad of a situation, but Instagram put the lights back, I guess, because they've seen enough people
they said it was an experiment. Yeah, they said it was an experiment. Yeah. They made a mistake, quote unquote.
I feel like they should have kept it just like that, because you can view insights on business Instagram pages. Now, if you have a personal Instagram page, that's different. But if you have a business Instagram page, you can always look at your insights to see if you're still like creating an effect when it comes to your followers and stuff like that. And I feel like these companies can still look at your insights too if they want to. So I didn't see it as a big problem like a lot of other people did. But hey, I guess my opinion ain't really matter.
But I feel like I want to talk about more of like the mental health side, because a lot of people I seen on Twitter talking about yesterday, like, oh, taking away likes is going to help like the mental health side of Instagram. A lot of people will get upset about the amount of likes they get, this, that, and the third, and they hate on somebody else. That's how somebody else getting the amount of love that they get. But the way I looked at it is, I don't think it would have helped mental health that much either when it came to getting likes. I think people, when it comes to mental health, hate more on the person's picture and the situation that the other person is doing more than the amount of likes that they are getting. I feel like likes are more of a self, whoever is taking the pictures, that is who is worried about the likes. I don't think the other person is worried about the likes. They're worried about what the other person is doing, where he's at. Are they on a vacation while I'm at the crib? Like, they hating. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the mental health kicks in. So the likes wouldn't have mattered when it came to the mental health aspect. So I didn't like when people were bringing that up when it came to likes, because they were like, oh, keep it this way, because everybody going to be on a level playing field, and everybody not going to hate on each other, this, that, and the third. But it's like, no, y'all still going to hate, because people are still going to post pictures and people are still going to be on vacations while you at the crib, and you still going to be hating, and that's still going to affect your mental health. So it's like, we can't say that's not going to affect the mental health with just taking away likes.
But I feel like you're not wrong. Your argument definitely makes sense when it comes to other people looking at others' pictures. But when it comes to mental health of people who are obsessed over likes, I feel like this is going to help their mental health, because it's like, okay, you can't count. You can see the people who like your picture, but you're not going to sit there and scroll through all of it. They're not going to show you the number of people who like your picture no more. You just going to have to scroll and count yourself, and nobody's going to do that. So unless you just don't really get that many likes, you know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel like for those people who are just centered around likes and just are so I don't know, so self-conscious when it comes to them and really are addicted, I feel like this can help lower that addiction. Like if you're somebody who like you're pressed about like it's like I hope I get these amount of likes on this picture or I'm gonna be upset, blah blah blah. This helps you lower that stress. Like it's not
But
that
you're
serious.
still going to be you're still going to be able to see the amount of likes that you get. It just won't show up. But you're still going to see the amount of likes that you get. So that's still affecting your mental health, quote unquote. So what I'm saying is it's still going to affect your mental health either way. Because you can still see the amount of likes. Others just won't be able to see the amount of likes that you get. But you will, like if you were expecting 20 likes and you only get 10 likes, you're still going to see that you only got 10 likes because you're still going to get the notification of the 10 people that liked your photo. That's what I'm saying. But I don't, that's why I say it's a self thing when it came to likes.
It's not going to be a perfect situation, but I feel like there are pluses and minuses to it.
All right, let's get this comment. I think it'll help mental health because someone will be like, I only got 10 likes while this other person got 100 likes.
Yeah, that's definitely true too.
But I don't think it's a likes. Like once again, when it comes to other people's pictures, I don't think other people look at the amount of likes somebody else got. I think it's real deal the picture or what the other person is doing. That's what I think it is.
It's the picture, but
that's why they're liking the photo. If somebody's on vacation, obviously they're gonna get a lot of likes. While you ain't really doing shit or taking a picture in the mirror, they on vacation. That's gonna get more likes. That's what I'm saying. So I think it's the situation more than the likes.
I feel like it's the amount of likes too, though, because take Facebook for example. Everybody knows on Facebook, and it's kind of this way for most apps, but definitely on Facebook, your likes are generated off of how popular you are. You could you could post the same thing on Facebook as a popular person, and that popular person to get 50 more likes than you will because they are who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, but you already know that though, bro. If somebody is a popular influencer and you see they posting the same shit, it's like you're supposed to expect that. Why are you letting that affect your mental health?
But you're not. I'm talking about people who not even labeled influencers. I'm just talking about from a local perspective. Like, let's say with St. Pete, like we know who popular in St. Pete and who's quote unquote not popular. So if someone in St. Pete who's popular posts something at the same time, a not as popular person post something, they both could post some real ass shit. It could be the exact same thing. That popular person's post is gonna get liked way more than the non-popular person. And they don't even gotta do nothing when they're being an influencer. You're just popular.
I still feel the same way. It wouldn't affect its mental health, but hey, y'all wanted likes back. A lot of people wanted likes back. I remember you was talking to your people. Your people said they wanted likes back. They want to become influencers. So it wasn't a good thing either way. They would have went. If they would have took away likes, it was like some things that were missing that, like when on the influencer or the business side, that you would have been missing with that. Because like I said, and not even for the big companies. For the big companies, I think they can still see your personal insights. But for the other companies that like when it comes to fashion, like they can't get inside of your business insights. Like they have to see that for themselves, or you have to tell them, and they got to DM you like how many likes you getting or something like that. And that's like too much work for them. So I feel like it would have affected the business, and you taking away likes, that would have affected them. And you bring it back likes, now you saying it's affecting mental health. It's just not a good thing either way. So just leave it the way it is, basically.
That's what I said. I don't think it's 100% bad, no matter how you look at it. Like some people were trying to make it sound like this was just a completely bad idea. I'm like, no, it's not. There's pros and cons to it. You just have to sit down and figure out what are the pros and what are the cons.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro, let's move on to this Texas situation. I think the governor of Texas came out a couple of days ago and said Texas is opening back up 100%. And if y'all can see in that top left corner, that's why I got that SpongeBob and Patrick. Texas is dumb as hell. That's why I got it up there. That's why I got it up there. Texas, boy, y'all wild. Boy, y'all governor finna get y'all fucked up. What was your
real? Literally the SpongeBob, the SpongeBob clip. Hey Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas. What's the difference?
Bro, that is crazy, bro. Are they the first state to really like open back up like 100%?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And then y'all governor just leave y'all? Or wasn't the governor or somebody else left them to go to Cancun or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Somebody had left them. Somebody had left them. Now you coming back. Now you opening shit up, making shit even worse. So I'm like, damn, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying in any way this is right, but it's like eventually somebody was going to have to be the first, you know. So
I feel like it should have been a group thing. A lot of people come together and they come to this decision. I feel like it should have been like a presidential thing. Like, okay, now we opening if we're gonna open one thing up, shit, might as well open the whole thing up. But I don't think it's time for any of that shit yet. And especially with Texas having all these issues, like we just heard about with the energy problems that they just had. Was that last week or a couple of weeks ago?
Literally like 2 weeks ago, if 2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all just had the energy issues, and now you finna add on top of that with this shit, opening it back up. It's like, hey, y'all stay safe out there, but y'all still wear y'all mask. I don't give a damn what they letting y'all do. Let them white folks run around with no mask, bro. Put y'all mask on, because that's some wild shit, bro. And the Rona still is out there. I just want y'all to know that. That shit crazy, though, bro. Anything else on that?
Nah.
I don't have anything else for entertainment. I had something about SoundCloud. They got fan-powered royalties now, which means artists and I'm pretty sure podcasters can make more money off of their royalties on SoundCloud, which is interesting. A lot of people have not been going in this direction. A lot of people, when it comes to subscriptions, like when you pay a subscription, everybody gets paid like a 0.001 percentage. But on this new SoundCloud fan-powered royalty system, the people that you really listen to get your money when it comes to subscription. So when you only listen to 5 people, those 5 people will get the money, and it won't be spread out to everybody in the SoundCloud system. It's just going to be the 5 people that you listen to. So more money for the people that you really love in this SoundCloud system game. So I want to applaud SoundCloud on that. That's definitely moving in the right direction. Also, we got movie and show reviews coming soon. We've been dropping them. If y'all ain't know, we've been dropping them. Got WandaVision had dropped on Monday. I think Snowfall had dropped on Tuesday. We're going to start dropping those on Thursday and Fridays. So definitely go check those out. We dropped something last week. What we dropped last week, bro?
We did a One Night in Miami and the Little Things.
Yeah, one thing in One Night in Miami, and we had Little Things. So definitely check those out. And we got more coming soon, man. We're going to keep up with Snowfall and all that, bro. WandaVision is coming to an end. So we will have to pick up on something else after that too, bro.
But we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier a week or so right after that. So we'll be picking up on Marvel stuff again real soon. Like you just said, Snowfall is up in action right now. We got a few more movies and documentaries and all that to do. So
yeah, bro. So definitely tap into all of that. We appreciate y'all for supporting that as well. And also, Pastor Ox, what you got for song of the week?
I've been on my Drake flow. I'm gonna go with Passion Fruit.
Passion Fruit. What have I been listening to? I'm gonna go with Right or Wrong by Blast. That shit been funking recently. And I think that's it, bro. You can hit it with the social media. SoundCloud. I'm not SoundCloud. Snowfall is literally on in 6 minutes.
Oh yeah, bet I got it on FX right now. I think Denisha let me know too. Jasmine Sullivan and Fantasia are having a versus.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It
is. It's gonna be on March 20th, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. We'll talk about that more next week. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you can see anytime that we drop new episodes. Our email is QANDEpodcast@gmail.com for any business inquiries, questions, or concerns. And our Snapchat is QE Podcast.
Yes, and definitely subscribe to all of our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Just type in Quincy Hicks into the YouTube search bar and definitely press subscribe. We appreciate y'all for listening. Definitely check out Snowfall. It's on in 5 minutes. And we out.
Yes, sir.
Peace.